to Dick Cheney's funeral yesterday. We can do this, people. It's Thanksgiving. Do yourself a favor, get over yourself, and go have it with your family.
So here's the thing. Bill Maher isn't pulling any punches, and neither are we. He zeroed in on how the far left keeps trying to turn Thanksgiving into yet another arena for political battles. And honestly, more family arguments have broken out from someone handing over their phone than from any policy debate. Whoever keeps doing that should probably...
Happy Thanksgiving. I can't believe that even that now is a political issue. It is a real shame what's happened to this holiday, which used to be all about the good F's. Food, friends, family, football, fun. And now it's fuck you. You're not even invited because you voted for the wrong person. I'm so tired of liberals ghosting half this country. Conservatives do it too, but not nearly as much. Look, whoever's doing it, it's got to stop. Because we're at a point now where politics has broken up more families than letting your wife see you.
Quit. Thanksgiving is supposed to be about good food, familiar faces, and maybe a bit of harmless, awkward chatter. But, as usual, Maher points out just how ridiculous and strangely disconnected these attempts to politicize everything have become. But this goes far beyond a single holiday. It's really about finding our way back to the people we care about, even when everything around us feels chaotic. Somewhere along the way, my own sense of right and wrong ended up feeling like some kind of coded message. Like, I'm the only one left holding on to it. She lost because of you. Simple as that. But here's what matters. I enjoy bringing you these stories, and your support is what keeps this whole thing moving. Make sure you...
On the liberal side, there's two camps now. The we need to keep talking to people wing and the go no contact wing. That's what they call it now, go no contact. This belief that Trump voters, even if it's your own parents, are too deplorable for human contact and must be cut off. You know, like Scientologists do to suppressive people. A former speechwriter for Obama named David Litt wrote an op-ed this year called, "Is it time to stop snubbing your right-wing family?" where he admitted he'd had a change of heart and that was the wrong approach. So of course then the woke wing tried to banish him for breaking ranks on their policy of hating people who don't agree with you on everything. Because what fun is life if you're not cutting somebody off?
You hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next chapter in this wild and ridiculous whirlwind. Seriously, you'll want to stay tuned. All right, let's get to the heart of this Thanksgiving chaos. And of course, Bill Maher is back again, shining a spotlight on how our beloved Turkey Day has somehow turned into a full-blown battleground. Thanksgiving, really? Think about it for a moment. A holiday meant for gratitude and great food has morphed into yet another excuse for political sparring, as if the stuffing didn't already have enough going on. Maher didn't pull any punches. He flat out claimed that the far left has twisted Thanksgiving into some kind of loyalty.
Somewhere along the way, my values became code for I'm the only one with a moral compass. You know what would have been a better exercise? Write a top 10 list to yourself where you try to imagine 10 reasons why 77 million Americans didn't want to trust you with taking power. And I say that as someone who votes Democratic, as I like to remind my very pure friends, we voted for the same person. You're just one.
Exam. Suddenly, carving a turkey becomes an evaluation of who voted for what. It's ridiculous, right? He points out how some people treat the holiday like a moral dividing line, like sharing a meal with someone who disagrees with you is some dangerous challenge. What truly stands out is the way Maher calls out this troubling trend. The idea that family bonds can be cut loose simply because of differing political views. A lot of people might be wondering, is this really where we are now? Has politics grown so powerful that it can snap families apart? According to...
Really not get it at this point. Everything with him is done through personal relationships. He's a people guy. Trust me, he's not at home at night poring over the briefing books. This is government by people who's saying, if anything, we need more people like me having dinner with him. You complain he's surrounded by ass-kissers, but your strategy is to make sure no one but ass-kissers are around him? You are not serious.
Maher, the answer is yes. Families aren't breaking because someone did something unforgivable. They're falling out simply because they chose a different box on a voting form. That idea stunned me too. When did things get so intense? Maher even jokes that discovering strange messages on your partner's phone has probably destroyed more homes than any political argument ever has. And yet here we are, living in a time when instead of reaching out, we're cutting each other off. Maher continues by describing how relationships keep crumbling, pointing out the strange pride some people have in refusing to sit next to relatives whose opinions they dislike. It sounds like someone bragging, "I won't sit with my family because their vote wasn't the same as mine." And seriously, what are we turning into? It's as if people wear this rejection as some symbol of how pure their beliefs are. It borders on.
It can't become what the UK is now, a place where you get arrested for tweets. Something that happens 12,000 times a year now in Britain. Last week, the Irish sitcom writer Graham Linehan, who's won an Emmy and 5 BAFTA awards, got off a plane at Heathrow and got arrested by 5 British cops. Not because he was selling drones to the Houthis, just because he's a crank who spends way too much time online ranting about gender ideology, which is an odd obsession for a comedian from across the pond, because if men weren't allowed to dress as women, British comedy wouldn't exist.
I'm ridiculous. But in today's world, this kind of separation has somehow become a part of many people's identities. He brings up David Litt, Obama's former speechwriter, whose perspective has changed over the years. Litt admitted publicly that he softened his stance. He once shut out conservative relatives, only to realize how pointless and damaging it was. And the reaction he received? Predictably loud. The ultra-woke crowd rushed to scold him for even suggesting that maybe, just maybe, we should start talking to each other again. Jimmy Kimmel's wife, Molly McNerney, shared something similar. She lost relationships after sending emails warning people not to vote for Trump. Picture that, sending out top 10 reasons why you shouldn't vote for this person, like it's some kind of promotional offer. But as Maher explains, pushing people like that doesn't persuade anyone. It doesn't change their decision. It only changes the way they see you. Then there's the cultural weight of Thanksgiving itself. Maher paints a picture of some liberals treating the holiday like a moral checkpoint. Your uncle watches Fox News. Suddenly, it's treated as if you're sharing a meal with a villain. As the story goes, if you can't flash your correct political card, you don't deserve a seat at the table. But Maher doesn't stop at criticism. He highlights something far more important. Thanksgiving was meant to be a time of gratitude and togetherness, not a war zone. Choosing hostility over kindness during a holiday built on appreciation doesn't help anyone. It only hurts the very people we claim to care about. Why did more than half of Americans make different choices in the first place? Maybe understanding that should come before tossing blame around. Because here we are, allowing our unwillingness to listen to different viewpoints drive cracks straight through our relationships. It's ridiculous. And honestly, pretty sad. Politics was never meant to swallow everything in sight, yet because of this growing divide, we're watching some of our most important bonds weaken. Thanksgiving should be a chance to pause, breathe, and appreciate one another in a world that already feels exhausting. But it definitely doesn't help.
Who choose political resentment over gratitude are doing more harm than good. And
Don't be a hypocrite and defend attacks on speech from the left, because you either get the concept or you don't. And sadly, a lot of people don't anymore. Yes, mostly the young who are never taught it by their derelict educational system. But also Lisa Cook. She's the Fed board member Trump is trying to fire for bullshit reasons, and they are bullshit. But when she tried to get another professor fired because he once, according to one student, was less than rapturous about Martin Luther King Day, no, she should know better. She said free speech should have its limits. Yes, it should, and does. And this comes nowhere close to them.
When the far left treats Thanksgiving like some kind of royal loyalty challenge, that mindset turns a simple family meal into something bizarrely dramatic. It tears down bridges instead of building conversations. If Maher's take is anything to go by, we need a serious moment of reflection. Who gets a seat at the table should never depend on their political picks. Family doesn't work like that. Our democracy certainly doesn't grow stronger when everyone hides in echo chambers or when a holiday dinner becomes a contest to out-argue Uncle Joe while reaching for the mashed potatoes. And after all this, isn't it clear that real open conversations are long overdue? We need empathy and honest communication to return to our holiday gatherings. No matter where you stand, being able to talk through different ideas without treating it like some dramatic showdown is what makes a society truly mature. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your take? Has Thanksgiving turned into a political obstacle course at your house? Everyone has a story, so share your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, no matter the debate, every side still gets a slice of pumpkin pie. So go ahead, let's talk.